Hopefully, guys, you're going to enjoy. This is the first game. Miguel and Villese, Malians and Tatars. Dave, what do you think about these civilizations? 2 new civilizations already.
Yeah, I mean, Malians is a bit of a surprise for game number 1 for Miguel, but he said it. He likes to play a little bit more defensively and build up his eco behind, and only feels comfortable with, like, once he has 2 or 3 TCs on the field, and Malians can help him do that. Tatars for Villese seems like a really, really good civ pick against Malians, because you can go into those mobile units, right? You can go into knights if you want, or most likely cav archers to deal with the camels or knights from the Malians, and then if they switch into infantry, you can just run circles around it. So I like this better for Villese, I think.
And with the hills in this map specifically, Dave, I feel that this can be amazing. Maybe Miguel should do exactly the opposite he said in the interview. Like, he need to go aggressive. But if we notice, Dave, this is probably the safest, let's say, map generation in King of the Desert. If you notice, the woodline, it's the closer that we have seen so far today.
Yeah, especially for Villese. Like, look at those woodlines at the front. He can just wall that off. His gold is a bit risky over on the top side, but he can definitely get walls down in time, especially if he's going for a drush like he is, pre-mill drush, and that'll let him, that'll give him some time to get those walls up. And Miguel is going for, is Miguel going for men-at-arms here with Malians?
Standard, maybe? Standard up? And then men-at-arms into feudal age aggression? Or he will do now the
a lot
militias.
of men-at-arms so far today.
Yeah. Well, but I really think that in these maps, a fast opening with the scouts could do the damage, because the players are not walling. So imagine 3-4 scouts going directly to the woodline.
Yeah,
Can work.
We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out, because I saw a lot of players like walling close to their woodlines, right? Which is the death of scouts. Basically, if you make those small walls around your resources, it helps against men-at-arms. It also helps against scouts. Villese is going to spot the 2 villagers on gold, so he'll know exactly what Miguel is planning. Won't be surprised by that at all. And he's trying to just wall up that right side. He's completely ignoring the hole in the middle, because he figures he can defend that with the TC.
Yeah, well, let's see what is going to happen. He's coming close, as you mentioned. He's been around there. And I feel weird now, Dave, because I'm being used to Caucas also with you a lot, also being observer, and now I don't want to drive the camera anymore, you know. I don't want to drive anymore. I want to focus. Where's Mapu when you need him? You know, I need Mapu already. He will be the next week. The next week it will be Mapu. It will be like the previous casting we did in Red Bull Hall of 5.
Wait. You're actually getting Mapu?
Yes. Then from the next week, the tournament.
Oh, that's sick.
The tournament for the next week is like Red Bull editions. The same.
That's sick.
The same.
I guess I just didn't. I hadn't seen the video. I didn't know about Mapu. I didn't know about the patch. I didn't know typical Dave things. I just did no research whatsoever.
Dave, from the next week, from group stage, the rest of the tournament, I'm not streaming.
You're not streaming at all?
What in a stream? I mean,
okay, he's not streaming at all. Twitch.tv/DaveAoE, folks.
You know what I mean. You know, we got. You are such an ass. Did you just sabotage already my channel, man? Well, you know what I mean, and it's gonna be very cool, you know, because. It will be like we did in the Red Bull events, that it was very nice, and it's most of them as well, so it's gonna be very nice. We have been working so much in that, and imagine how nice it's going to be. But that goal, and back into the game, 23 villages, 22. Ooh, almost getting inside. Look at the houses. Look at the houses now.
They die so quickly. That -2 armor in the Dark Age. Once he gets up to feudal, it'll help a little bit. It'll give him 1 more, so they won't die as quickly. But in the Dark Age, damn, dude, those things melt.
You can see in capture rate. I mean, it's look aqua. We say -1. Okay.
Yep.
Look at this. Melee -1. So, but he's repairing the wrong one. He's not repairing. Okay.
Surely he'll notice. Villese is a machine, right? He's gonna notice this 100%. He's just doing that for he's doing it for our sake. Yeah. See.
Okay.
He waits until the last second, man. They know Villese is a showman. Okay, above everything else.
Okay,
He's an
I'm taking,
entertainer, all right?
I'm taking you at the moment in the webcam, and then I have to disagree with you. But hey, it's what it is. He's so serious right now. He's so focused. And now look at those men at arms and two Villese. He's chasing those, but the archers are already there from Miguel. And what's happening here? He's going very aggressive, Miguel. As he probably need to do it, right?
Yeah, it's only 2 of those men-at-arms are half health, though. So he has to make sure to really keep them back. The good thing for Miguel is that those men-at-arms from him get pierce armor, right? So they're going to help once Villese has some archers on the field. And right now, Miguel has the military advantage. Loses the scout, too. So Miguel's doing really, really good with this push here, man.
He's doing amazing, not good. He's doing really amazing. He got the archers now. He's taking a villager. He has gold a villager. The military numbers is double. Villese is in some promise. It's true that now he's at home and he has double archery range. So now should be fine. And still no fletching. No villagers on foot. Doing the blast bit. Tatars is really good, but be careful because the Malians need to be back. He's gonna lose a No! He saved that villager. 1 HP.
She dodged the arrow at the last second. This is AoE 2, not AoE 4, Miguel. Okay?
Dave! Well, here, skills matters, you know. Oh, shot fire. Let's go with the archers. 3, 4 archers. What is this? How many? But he's still no fletching yet. Man, he's being impressive.
He didn't have the gold. Look at how long he was off of that. He was off of his gold, right? Villese, I mean, has 2 archer ranges, man, but he's only got 2 on gold. Even if he wants to produce archers, he can't at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's, well, Like, he need to go back. You can see. Remember the hill advantage. With the hill advantage, he can cap in that hill forever, actually, Villese. With Tatars.
Yeah, as long as he gets fletching. Oh, there's fletching. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're good to go here. And Miguel needs to move back. Yeah, he just needs to return to his base. He's done some damage. He killed a villager. He forced Villese probably into the second archer range a little bit earlier than Villese would have liked. And he should be content with that and just head back and try and stabilize his economy a little bit. Miguel's going for a market right now. So maybe thinking about a faster uptime, a 1 TC play, potentially.
Again? Well, can happen. I mean, it's very aggressive. But now he has to be careful. Miguel, he's coming back. He's going to take those. He's going to take everything there. And now Villese is still 2 villages behind. It's a bad fight for Miguel.
Yeah. But I mean, he still has archers coming for reinforcements. At least he killed a few units from Villese.
Wow.
Villese is going to clear up that army and send skirmishers forward. And Miguel is now balancing his eco a little bit. Sells the stone, buys some food, and he's still a couple minutes away, even after doing that.
Yeah. It's complicated. Now he has no stone. He's risky what he did. And in this kind of situation, I don't know if you agree, is where usually Villese shine. When he calmed down and he's with his economy set up and meta, like he even said, he's a machine. He's a real machine. He's so mechanical, but super strong. So clean gameplay usually from Villese.
Yeah, look at Miguel. His economy is just not that efficient, right? Using the market like this, it'll give you a short-term boost, but in the long run, gathering resources at a standard pace is going to be better. And Villese is already going for wheelbarrow. Miguel does not have that. Miguel is trying to buy his way up to Castle Age. He just doesn't have enough resources in the bank. I think Villese is going to be up at a competitive time once wheelbarrow's in.
Yeah, and he also has 2 villages in the queue. Tatar's economy always shine as well because the bonus of those sheep's bonus is 50% more if I'm not wrong. Now he keep coming and trying to attack. He's still gonna go up to Castle Age. Okay, he's jumping into Castle Age, and then what? Because there's 2 options. Go for the stable or go directly university since you can get 80% faster if I'm not wrong the ballistic.
I think he's gonna go university.
Okay.
I can't see him going into stables here. I mean, he sees all the skirmishers from Villese, but he also saw the walls from Villese, right? Like, are you just going to bounce off of those if you go cavalry?
Okay, but as we were talking, look how the economy grow in a moment for the Tatars. And he's clicking now already Castle Age. And then what? Crossbows into Cav Archers?
That's a bit more difficult, right? Do Tatars stay with crossbows, or do they transition into Cav Archer, especially if Miguel is going to have crossbows of his own? Because Cav Archer feels pretty underwhelming against crossbows until you get a decent mass, right? And you have all the upgrades on them. The crossbows do outrange, so... But then again, he's killing Miguel's army in the middle. So he's denying the raid that would potentially come in Castle Age. So maybe he does go into Cav Archer. Maybe he feels really confident.
Oh, wow, this is so good for Villese because, as you say, now all the advantage is gone. All the timing advantage, he got 1 minute advantage, and now he's gone. He has not the army, the numbers army anymore. And then what damage he can do now? Well, he can make early ballistic, as we were mentioning, but he still also don't have the wood. He's going to be in 10 seconds. Well, he will have the wood for the university. Okay, he will have it. But it's tricky move there now for Miguel.
And Villese is going for cavalry armor and going for a stable. So making some knights, mixing them in here. He knows also the map sense is fantastic from Villese. He knew that one of Miguel's armies is likely coming forward. He's tracking the one on the left, and he keeps some archers on the right to give him a heads up when that army comes in. So it's upgraded to crossbow now, but Villese will be able to pull his villagers back and will probably be able to get into Castle Age in time to counter this.
Yeah, problem is that he won't have a lot of gold. Well, he's dropping some. It's okay. And then what upgrades he's going to do? Because he's the stable, he's walling a little bit. The timing here is so important. He can go to the right. He's going to the right. Still not picking anything. Did he make the university? I don't see university for Miguel. So
no, he's going Siege Workshop. Yeah, Siege Workshop instead.
Okay.
So he's going to come forward here, and he even saw the stable from Villese, but that doesn't tell him that much because it could be a stable for husbandry and for bloodlines, right?
Exactly.
For the cavalry archers.
Yeah, but then it's tricky to go mangonel because you can always put 1 or 2 knights even if you are not massing, right? And take it and kill it. Now the mangonel is going to be very risky because the amount of farming, yes, it's benefit to Miguel. Also the village scout doing the bow, so doing some more upgrades. He's coming behind the woodline also with few archers in the south. But then there's battles in the north, battles in the south. He's going to take some villages. He reacts really, really fast, Villese. Okay.
This is great from both players.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Miguel was able to save that army and bring them back over to get value again. And I'm also surprised that Villese was able to get up to Castle Age so fast and counter all this pressure from Miguel. Is that
the mangonel?
Oh, the mangonel!
Oof!
He needs a villager there. He needed a villager forward to repair that.
Why they don't send? It's happened too often, Dave. Like, a village doesn't cost too much, and then if you repair, you can get a massive trade from that mangonel.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's not thinking about it, right?
Yeah,
not thinking about it at all, and losing his army at the back, or some of his army anyway, against the skirmisher from Villese. Villese only with the +1 armor, so the skirmishers are still going to take additional damage from the crossbows.
Actually, at the end, he didn't. Well, he doesn't have the resources also, but he didn't make a single knight, is what I was about to say. He's still on 1 TC, while 2 tons entered from Miguel. Miguel is still getting a smoother economy. No Wilvaro though, but he got Boso. Now the second TC finally coming from Villese, but the game is still very close. Well, population advantage from Miguel. Do you think that he has really the advantage in this situation? It looks like very nice for Miguel right now.
I feel like he's got the momentum and population advantage, but I think Villese still has the civ advantage and the technology advantage, right? Like he's putting his second TC down. Miguel is actually putting his third TC, so that's great from him. Miguel's actually going to kill a villager there. But at any moment, Miguel's army can be completely wiped up. And there's the knight.
Ouch. And no ballistic, no, but he's not losing. He's not losing the mangonel because 1 knight only without bloodlines. Ooh, the mangonel, man, taking some good shot, but he's gonna kill it now. And now the heal advantage from Tatars will do the job.
Yep. And it's gonna be so tough for Miguel to push in that way. I think, if anything, if he's gonna send more siege forward, maybe he wants to switch up his attack angle and go for that archer range at the front, or maybe the wood line at the side a little bit, because fighting Tatars up a hill like that is going to feel awful. He did get a nice shot, though, on those crossbows. There's a lot of weak ones in there.
Yeah, what do you think of transition? Like, since he's Malians, I don't know. He has 3 TCs. Do you think he should make transition? Because the Arbalest don't get the +3, the Brazier in Imperial Age. Do you think he should do a transition to Cavalry at some point? Or just later if the game go for Imperial?
Let's go longswords. Come on.
Oh, yeah, the champs, you know, the huge skulls, right? The champ
Champ
skulls.
skulls, yeah.
Champ skulls, yeah. I forgot about that. Well, actually, they are so strong. And look at Miguel. Well, he got ballistic. Both got ballistic, and the Mongol is here. Right now, Miguel is getting the initiative constantly, and he's 11 villages ahead with more army. Now, 30C, this is, let's say, a more standard game according to the previous 2 seasons. That has been crazy, but there's still a lot of aggression
Villese needs
here.
to be careful. Villese needs to be careful because that army is coming behind. Miguel should be looking at that stable to see when the knight pops out. He takes out the knight and he nukes the army, mem.
Lost everything, man. 26 army, 10 army. What's going on? Miguel is playing like a very, very smooth this first game, Dave. Really, really well. He controlled now the hill, controlled the main goal. He has one goal at the back, yes, with the OTTC, but the population here is 100 population, Miguel. Villese with 70, 30 population behind. Don't forget, we are watching here one of the semi-finalists from the last edition, Villese, that reached semi-final in King of the Desert 3.
Yeah, and this is great for Miguel to just kind of sit on that gold and keep that hill too. So
Wow.
Villese's military can't get the advantage there. He's picking off more units, more villagers, more skirmishers. Another villager there on the farms.
It's on siege, no?
This is great stuff from him. Yeah, the one weakness I would say in Miguel's game is his follow-ups after he's done damage are a bit indecisive sometimes. I watch his stream a bit and I catch some of his games, and I always notice that it's at this stage of the game where he starts to struggle a little bit with decision making. So hopefully he's on point today. And follows this up rather than just kind of sitting in Castle Age. Maybe he'll go to Imperial Age and make a tech switch at some point. He's losing all those crossbows
Yeah.
coming across the field.
I don't know why Dave is doing a 40C. He already has a great economy. Just with 700 wood in the bank, just make like 30, 35 farmers. Go even to Imperial or make transition to a stable. You see that you got the advantage with army. He make now Knights +2, for example, with the archers, and he destroy everything.
I don't mind the 4th TC if you're planning on going into the Champs Girls, because you're going to need the eco, but it seems really indecisive, and that's what worries me, because like I said before, I noticed that a lot. When Miguel gets a lead, a lot of the times he might give it up just due to subpar decision making.
Well, right now, the economy advantage is brutal. That Mangonel passing, okay. Don't watch now, it's microing properly. So he's doing one knight, and he will take the Mangonel for sure. He's doing the 4 TC. Obviously, 15 villages different is a lot, but then you check the resources in the bank, he's about to go up to Imperial. I mean,
Miguel,
he should have lost this game, Dave.
He's kept himself safe. He defended, not really with walls, but with military in this game, Mem. He had the walls, but Villese never really had a chance to even get to Miguel's base, as Villese sends another knight that's just going to die hunting for that Mangonel. 3 TC, though, for Villese. He's got 75 villagers. He's got the hills that he can sit on, and now he's going into Cav Archers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but the economy difference. Look at that economy difference. It's great. Now he's doing the Siege War shop quite late. On the left, he's taking, I mean, those hill. Look at the hill. He's taking all the archers on the left. Like, almost not losing anything. And as you mentioned, look at now the military. He's losing all the army. And the score, Villese, is ahead. Obviously, the transition to Imperial is going to be there. And now in Imperial, let's see what he's going to do. Because as you said, he sees himself 300 score behind. And might start to think, okay, what to do? So you were doing a right prediction, and it happens.
Yeah, it's just something I've noticed so often. He's actually going into stables here, and he's getting a castle. So maybe thinking Farimba, Cavalier, or Light Cav, potentially, for the Malians. I still think, though, honestly think that Champions would be his best play, because what did the Tatars do against Champions? They're going to have to completely tech switch into something else. But Villese is going for a castle of his own on that hill, so he's going to be able to make Keshiks, which should theoretically be pretty good against that.
Yeah, the problem is that the timing for going Imperial is, I mean, he's recovering a little bit. He has 14 villages behind still, but he's recovering. He has 4 town centers. He's doing the castle. He knows. I think Villese, even with the score ahead, I think he feels that he's behind. Dave, what do you think?
Oh yeah, Villese knows exactly what he's lost, right? And if Miguel's making a TC that far forward, that usually means that it's his third or fourth TC. And he's had all this stuff pumping for the entire time. So Villese knows that he needs to do some damage right here. And more importantly, hold Miguel at his base until he can get up to the Imperial Age. And we're looking at Villese's economy. I think he's got it queued behind a villager. Yes, he's up to the Imperial Age.
He's Imperial. It's incredible. Dave, how he has recovered. He was like almost 20 villages behind. He's 6 behind only. And now he's on the way to Imperial. And I gotta tell you, I don't know if you agree. Yeah, you got Farimba, you got the camels. But for the late game, I prefer Tatars here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
I told you, man, like sometimes Miguel... Oh, that was a good Mangonel shot. That was an excellent attack round. Like the one thing I've noticed with this game is that he gets ahead on games and then he really struggles to finish them off, which is unfortunate because I'm a big Miguel fan. I think he's a fantastic player. But sometimes, you know, I don't know if it's a confidence thing or whatnot. He really either pushes too hard or doesn't push enough. there's no middle ground with him.
Yeah, black or white, not gray, right? Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's see now. And then what? Because we see the Cavalier upgrade for Miguel, while husbandry +2 armor going to go over Cav Arches then. But Cavaliers, if he's doing Farimba, might be okay against the Cav Arches, even Tatar's Cav Arches. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Villese is expecting Cavalier with Farimba to come in, and that's why he's stonewalling the side of his base. He wants to force all the fights into those. He wants to force all the fights into those hills until he has enough Cav Archers to come out and play with Miguel's main army. I really like this a lot. He knows exactly his win condition here. Build up enough Cav Archers until you can wipe up the army from Miguel and then slow push across the map.
He's reading the game is really, really great right now, Villese. He knows exactly what is happening. I don't like the walls, but this is what he needs to do. And I love that he's doing. Hopefully he's not open.
What is that treb from Miguel?
Oh.
It's a lonely treb.
Well, a treb that he will lose probably. Or maybe not. We will see. The Cavaliers are already there. He's doing now camels. Shouldn't keep going Cavaliers totally and go Farimba. Now he's starting to mix, and I'm not a real fan of that because he's not going to have a lot of Cavaliers and a lot of camels. You know, I mean, I will go full Cavaliers, honestly. Now he has Farimba. Okay, Farimba is going.
When did Villese get the villager lead here? Holy, he's got it somehow in this little corner of the map. He's got 128 villagers, man.
Incredible, really incredible. And that Trebuchet is not gonna take the castle easily. He got the hill, so it's gonna be more complicated. We can see now so many Cav Archers need to go back a little bit. The Cavaliers are already there with the +6. It's gonna be +7 in a moment. There are no paladins, but +7 Cavaliers is to be scared a little, man.
Yep, and Villese right now has no melee units to take out these trebs. So every time he comes to engage against that gives Miguel an opportunity to take a good fight with the Cavalier. Miguel does not want to run in here against the castle and the hill with Tatars, though.
No, man, he's gonna lose everything. He's gonna lose really, really everything, and this is a problem. I mean, the Cav Archers are there. Look at those Cavaliers also on the stone walls. Dave, he could take those villages, but he's not taking. He forgot about those. Yeah. And right now, I think Villese is coming back from the hell, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's got Keshik. Those Keshik gonna go, probably the units that he's gonna take the trap. He's going back, and but he's opening. He's gonna raid.
Yep.
He's gonna raid. It's very important.
Miguel is doing the right things other than that push against the castle. He's expanding his eco. He's taking the relics. He's sending the camels into the wood line, which is going to be a distraction to Villese. He's just, the only place he's not winning is that main fight there. And he's letting Villese gather enough heavy Cav Archers to potentially push him back. But Villese is running out of wood at the back of his base. So he's going to have to come forward soon.
Exactly. What base? Because now he's not gonna have base. He's in the corner. He still didn't go anywhere. And now he's going to the north. Those Cav Archers are going back. The Cavaliers and the camels are also pushing them back. But with that hill, those Cav Archers will never die. Dave, those Cav Archers, they don't die. They just kill all. It's true that he keep raiding, and that's really, really bad for Villese. Villese is not walling that gap on the left. There's this stone there, and I don't know. It's gonna be those Cav Archers. Dave?
Yeah, I don't think Villese comes back from this now. I think Miguel has done maybe like not the correct decisions initially, but he's done a great job with this push because he's expanded out to the left-hand side, and I think he's going to make outposts over there to make sure Villese doesn't expand. And he's also streamed in cavalry to raid. And Villese may be winning the main fight with his cav archers, but he's going to lose everywhere else, and his economy is going to be dead. This is Miguel's game, 100%.
Yeah. He's looking so great. GG Cole. Miguel got that minute or two that maybe didn't know 100% what he was doing. But then Miguel, well, let's say is not surprised. It's small surprise because he's probably the underdog here, Dave, and he did a great job.
Yeah, and a Civ in Malians that we both thought matched up not so nice against the Tatars. So really, really good stuff there from Miguel. 1-0. He's gonna be really happy with that. And yeah, it was just a couple minutes that Villese needed, I think, and Miguel didn't give him any time. He lost that army on the way to Imperial Age, but he was really fast with the cavalry production and kept the pressure up, and Villese just couldn't catch up.
I honestly think this was a really beautiful game and really well played, man. I mean, I like it a lot. Miguel was very aggressive, and Villese was trying to do the job, and there was action all the time, but he was still doing a good economy. And except those few minutes, then, wow, really nice play by Miguel. You know, Miguel, I think, I'm showing first, sorry, the statistics. You can see, guys, that the economy difference was there for Miguel, 7,000. But I was about to say, Dave, that Indians and Berbers, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game from this third series with me, Mr. Dave. And we have Villese that is behind in the score, 1-0. And what we can expect in this one? What you prefer? Because Berbers fit the style from Miguel, but the Indians looks like a really good civilization in this matchup as well.
I have a song that I like to sing when talking about the Berbers versus Indians matchup. Okay? It goes like this, Memb.
Okay.
And this is the Berbers singing to the Indians player. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. And the Indians say, no, you can't. And the Berbers say, yes, I can. And that's the way that it is. The Berbers are better than Indians, 100%.
Okay. And that's the song? Who is the composer, actually?
His name is twitch.tv/Dave_AOE.
You know? And now Lambert came in front. Hopefully you didn't listen anything, you know? I'm going to to remove all the promotions. Well, and the map is also better for Berbers or for Indians in this one. Let's go and check the maps, Mr. Dave.
The map for Miguel actually doesn't look too bad. As long as he walls the front side and the right side of his base, it should be fine. And it looks like Villese is interested in maybe some lame action here, sending the scout forward quite early. Fortunately for Miguel, the second elephant is at the back of his base. So it's going to be really hard to lame that, especially with his scout tracking the scout from Villese already.
Okay, Villese, I'm checking that he has explored pretty much everything he needed at home. He got all the ships, the goats in this case. He has the elephant at the back. The goal is a nice area because it's not too far from the DC, even if he's a little bit forward. But it's flat area with a small hill in front.
Oh,
but,
does Villese get this anyway?
Ooh.
Does he get the elephant anyway?
I'm checking there. But then, if he's not laming, I'm always asking this question. Why he's sending the scout that early instead of push, for example, the deers? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to go for explore all the important resources, trying to find the berries to go for early rush, but he's doing the mill, so I don't know. He found everything.
Yeah, and everything is pretty close to Miguel's TC, so I think Villese, if he goes for early pressure, it's going to be pretty hard for him to do damage. Miguel now bringing in that elephant, so no chance for Villese. He's already halfway across the map. And he's going to go back and push the zebra and the ostrich.
Yeah, but he could have done that long time ago. He's 16 population now, so he's not going to get any real boost for his economy or being faster feudal age. Of course, he's going to go up quick because Indians cheaper Villese, but I never understand that. Okay, he has explored everything, but now Miguel is coming, and he pushed already his economy. All the deers, actually.
Yep.
It's much
but
better
Mem,
now.
cheaper villagers is going to save 95 food.
Yeah, that's truth. Well, It's a lot, right?
AKA like half of an ostrich. Yeah.
My goodness. Well, let's see. Let's see what he's going to be. He's now doing the villager, gonna make the loom, barrack and house in front, defending that. He's gonna go scout, you think? Or he will do against men at arms? I think we have not seen yet the scouts opening.
Nikov opened scouts.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Nikov opened scouts in that
And
game. The game he was Sicilians. Yep,
Yeah,
that's it. That's all we've seen.
it.
And he didn't even, they weren't very useful. That's for sure. I mean, they got killed by the tower from Song. So I don't know if Villese was watching that or not, or what his practice has been like, but I would assume that Men at Arms is probably going to be the primary opening for the beginning of this tournament, just because of the negative armor value on houses. So it should be easier to push in with Men at Arms than it would be with Scouts.
Okay, it's going militias again. Do you think, guys, the players, I mean, because when we were in the LAN party, yes, they watch, but do you think when they are at home, they watch? I think they relax, they chill more. I don't know.
I think it depends on the player. Like, if you're asking me if MBL is going to be watching his competitors to see what strategies they're going for, like, probably not. But
MBL,
someone like Villese,
do you think MBL has watched ever a recorded game from himself?
I think MBL has watched every game where he felt like it was a good win, and he goes back and watches cast it again. I think that's the only games that MBL watches.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see now. Let's see now because the 3 militias are coming. We are back into the game. There's a lion that is going to be a little bit annoying, but he will deal properly because he has 3. And the barrack is going archers directly with Berbers. Don't think he will do militias now, right? He's going to go archers.
He's got, I mean, this is so weird for Miguel. Like, he's got the 2 on gold.
Yeah.
He's getting the barracks up, but it's just so late, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he has nothing and doesn't have the wood to make the archery range. He will do now, so it's going to be quite late, and the men at arms will be there. For Villese, with 20 villages, still ahead in villages. He lost something? No, because, no, it's now the same village number. Okay, the goal is going to be now secure, but the men at arms are going to be there, and there's no response at all.
Do you think he was a bit off with the wood counts because of the palisade costs now, Mem? He made all those little...
Honestly, it's possible, man. I mean, the palisade cost is quite a lot. If you will, it's 1 wood for each tile, so it can be.
He's got
really
19 palisades, so that's 19 more wood.
Yeah.
So maybe, theoretically, he was 19 wood late for that barracks, couldn't get it up in time, finally got it up, and then was 19 wood late for that archery range, too.
Okay. Well, he's trying to do the damage. To be honest, if you don't achieve anything with those men at arms, then Miguel might be in a little bit better position because he has spent a lot of resources in men at arms that are doing nothing, and he's going directly to archers. Now, archery range, blastsmith, and might do no golden oath to make the fletching, but he will do it. How many archers on the queue? Well, he can do the fletching now.
Mm-hmm. The men-at-arms are doing well distracting, but I don't know if they're going to find too much value here in the next little bit, because now there's an archer from Miguel. He doesn't even garrison the TC to try and shoot them. Men-at-arms, though, hitting that wall. Miguel not repairing yet. Okay, now he does. They're not going to get in there, and they're going to be forced to walk away.
And at home, what? Okay, the archer is going to the TC. Oh, has to be careful. He's fine at home. The heal a little bit, but he got the archer full HP and the scout full HP. Sorry, and the archer. Now he put out a skirmisher. He has to be careful. That scout is very annoying, and Miguel is controlling the units really, really well. Okay, not anymore.
Yeah, as you say that. You've been at this for many years, man. You should know better than that.
Yeah, it happens the same that in Red Bull. You remember? Was some situation like this? Come on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, well, the timing wasn't the greatest, I know. But hey, is what it is. 1 villager more, 3 army more. Now, how do you stop with more army? Because you got more archers, skirmishers, and now also the men at arms. Dangerous position here for Miguel.
Yeah, he's forced to add that second range, right? And he's going to be going into probably some skirmishers of his own to complement the archer army. He's going to be pushed off those berries likely, though, because this army from Villese is just going to force him back. And suddenly the villagers will be targeted there. He'll have to add a lot more farms, has to add a lot more walls. It's going to be really, really tough for Miguel.
Yeah, he has only 2 farmers. He's in a dangerous position here. He's coming with more army. Now he's having the hill advantage. We can see, Dave, how the population is not so different. But what I like it, all the games are going for feudal approach, man. Oh, there's fighting
Yeah,
all the
so
games.
far.
Oh, what's happening here? That micro there from Miguel wasn't the best. And in this situation, Villese feel very, very comfortable. But we said that at some point in the previous game, and then he couldn't come back. But in this one, he's taking a small lead already. He's controlling the tempo of the game. What do you think?
I like how he didn't waste the men-at-arms, right? A lot of people feel like they have no value after the initial rush, and they throw them away. And now he's using them to great effect to tank shots from the skirmishers and to provide a threat to the villagers on the berries there for Miguel. So Villese doing really, really good stuff here with his army control. And he's just winning every single fight so far, man.
Well, look at the KD. KD he just said everything there. 6-1 already. Now he's gonna get some units because he got skirmishes. No +1 armor. I wouldn't be surprised to see a stable coming out from Villese. I don't know. Because he's putting all the pressure. And if he's still going and see so many skirmishes from Miguel, why not? And the transition with the stable with Indians is solid. Also with Pierce Armor extra in Castle Age. But still, doing the wheelbarrow, economy looks very, very smooth. 10 seconds idle TC only. Now doing the market, and he keep the pressure. At home, well, at the back, we see everything walled from Miguel. But controlling Villese the game here, what he should do? Try to go Castle Age as soon as possible? Or keep the pressure non-stop?
I think if you go scouts here, Miguel just dies, right? I agree
think so.
with you. Like, it's just make a stable. You can even like go into armor or bloodlines or whatever. You know you've pushed Miguel off the berries. You see the market there, which is not complete yet. If you manage to deny that, then there's no way Miguel is getting up. Okay, he's gonna let the market go, and Miguel's only chance is to completely nuke his entire economy by buying and selling resources to get up to the next stage. If you go scouts, you can kill him completely.
Yeah, he's not doing that yet, Villese. I mean, he's doing this massive damage with 1 archery range. I mean, 1 archery range, and Miguel has 2 archery ranges. And you know why? Because of the men-at-arms, as you mentioned. Honestly.
Yep, he put all that pressure down early. And Miguel also sent that army forward. Remember, he sent the spearman and the archer forward, which put him so far behind, losing that pop early. Villese basically taking those for free. Miguel's also not using his scout at all. It's just sitting in the middle of the map. So I don't know if he doesn't realize he has that. But it could have been effective in fighting back these skirmishes. It could still be effective right now if he brings that scout back.
It's only skirmishers, and
It
go
could
with the
win him this
archers.
fight, yeah.
Yeah. You take them in at times. You go with the scout, and that's it. They are going to go up to Castle a similar time because of the market, but obviously the economy lead is important here for Villese because he's going on his own. He keep the 200 stone as well, and but as you said, berries in Castle it's dangerous. Very, very dangerous civilization.
Villese has wheelbarrow, but Miguel has speedy villagers. So, 40 villagers to 40. Wheelbarrow, I think, gives you a slight advantage, but Berber villagers are still pretty quick. Which means they farm faster. They also collect resources faster in general.
Okay, we have the stable at the back here for Miguel. I like it a lot. The difference is actually 28 seconds, or it's okay. After all this pressure, he can clean those skirmishes easily with double stable Berbers. Damn. And he's so cheap, those knights. Well, so cheap, cheaper.
And Miguel is sneaking around, too. So...
with archers, Dave. Yeah. With archers. That is better than skirmishes to a snake,
It is. Miguel has also, he's held on so well here, but I feel like Villese could have been a lot more aggressive. Or maybe even got the market down earlier to get to Castle Age faster. He was only producing out of 1 range, and he was still at the same time as Miguel. Now, granted, Miguel did buy his way up to the next stage, but these archers are going to hurt if they get in on that wood line, and Villese doesn't notice.
Do you think
and the stables are going to be able to clear up everything forward from Villese.
Do you think there is a hole in that wood line? I'm checking. I think it's not, but...
I think there's one between the house and the tree.
I was checking there all the time. I'm selecting there, trying to see if the squares are Don't you do it?
There's one, dude. There's one there.
But he's going around. It is going around.
Of course he is.
Okay.
They never find holes, you know?
Yeah, well.
You've been casting long enough to know that they'll attack a wall happily when there's a gigantic hole next to it.
And it never happened. Well, Lear, remembering KOTD 2, you know, in the grand final, didn't find the hole that he could have pulled the decided game against the Viper, and that's why that one is on the video. But he didn't do the damage, and really now, well,
he could still. He just got crossbow and he just got bodkin. And I think if he stands right, the key is to stand right next to the woodline before attacking.
Oof. Okay, he's killing something. One villager down. Well, and he forced him to go back. He switched. Yeah. He changed the game, man. Miguel with these moves and how he hold it, he's still really in the game and in a good position. Actually, look at this. He's coming back again with the archers. He's taking one villager. He's gonna take another. He's doing an amazing job. The skirmishes are here, but now who has the advantage? More villagers for Miguel and more army, Dave.
Yep, Miguel definitely has it. I mean, he's got the momentum too. Villese was forced into going elite skirmisher, which if Miguel switches on to knights at any point, it could be a problem. They're even going to struggle against the camels from him once he gets the armor upgrades. So elite skirm is not the upgrade that you probably would have wanted to get in this situation, but good fight still from Villese, killing those archers. He has more camels on the field too.
The Indian camels, man. Yeah, we forget about that. The Indian camels against the archers, just they don't die. Look at the HP from those camels. Almost full HP after all this fight. Like, they didn't lose anything.
Monastery already from Villese, and he's only one stable monastery. Or no, he's got two stables. Sorry, my bad. But he's adding that in first. Miguel, I think the good thing from Villese here is that Miguel can't really add a monastery in at this point because of those skirmishers still being on the field. They can snipe his monk really, really easily.
Yeah. Well,
let's see. He's going for one anyway. Okay.
Okay. Is one TC play for both? No. Oh man, I am not gonna predict anything. Anything I say is happening the opposite. What's going on? Memstradamus is not working anymore. Second TC or I'm blind today, Dave. What is this? Okay, let's see this big battle. 46 villages, 47, 22. And what is this? You need to be careful. Heal advantage. The monk. Who is taking this battle, Dave? I tell you, you tell and you fail, or maybe not.
I think Miguel's gonna run back from this battle, right? Surely.
The monk, man.
Surely you run back from this battle.
The monk. I don't know if you want to fight
he's just going in, I guess. Villese has forging. Miguel does not have forging. Miguel does have the cheaper production, though. And Miguel's actually taking out a villager. Or no, Villese is taking out a villager in Miguel's base with the men-at-arms.
Yeah, but now also the camels are in the woodline. He has to be careful. The camels are not like the knights. You see that they need a lot of more hit to take villages. He's not taking. He need to wall. He's not walling. And now those camels are going to go down. The game starts to be a little bit more and more crazy. He has to be careful and probably move those villages because he's coming with a siege workshop. Miguel is going all in. But the question here is, do you need an all-in 1 TC with Berbers against Indians?
I think he's thinking that Villese is still 1 TC here. And this is going to come as a surprise when he realizes that Villese indeed has his 3rd TC going up and will slowly start to gain in economy. He was banking on the fact that he could win the 2 stable versus 2 stable camel spam with the Berbers, but it's just not gonna fly here. I think Villese can defend with what he has and then get his economy rolling towards the Imperial Age.
He's already doing. He has already 8 villages more. He has more army. Look at the amount of farms in that TC on the right. He's doing the 3rd TC at the back. That is, they have an amazing town center with wood and gold. Great. And I don't see so many camels, but Villese got so many camels as well. And now 3 monks. Doing pikeman upgrade switch. He's reading again the game good. I think in the previous game he really read the game very good, but he was so behind the Villese. So he's so far reading good both games.
Okay, Monk's healing up the skirmishers now. He sees the mangonel. He's going to see it right now. Probably expected that, to be honest, with the amount of camels and monks that Miguel has out on the field. And he has an opportunity here to get 3 conversions, which can then go snipe that mangonel.
He's not doing it. He's not doing it. Need to be careful. And now this is double barrack. Double barrack, so he's gonna spam pikes. He's trying to spam pikes. He did the pike 1 upgrade. Villese is still a huge lead, so now Miguel has no choice. He need to go all in, siege, camels, and pray.
Yeah, he's kind of put himself in this position, staying 1 TC. It was a risk, and we'll see if it can pay off. I mean, these camels don't even have the Indians' damage against buildings bonus, right? So
yeah.
He's gonna really struggle to kill all this stuff and get through.
Oh,
and
all
at
the
some
monks.
point,
Oof. Go. At some point.
At some point, Villese is gonna have enough pikes to defend at home, and he can send these camels forward, maybe for a counter raid. And Miguel's economy is really open at the moment. He's going just now for a 2nd TC.
But look what he did even. Villese did redemption. Now sanity. Those monks are going to convert even the Mango. You know, I think Villese is afraid that Imai and Miguel got the stone to drop a castle there. He converted the Mangonel. A castle there will be scary because then you get also the goal, well, denied. And, very, very difficult it will be. But he's not an oath on a stone. And Villese, 20 Villese more, both with a lot of farming. They have a lot of aggression in all the games, man. A lot of aggression in all the games.
You'd love to see it. I mean, it's still the early rounds. We haven't gotten to the big boys yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they have planned. Things always change in the later stages of the tournament, but Miguel is going in, and he knows he needs to win a fight soon because he's probably behind an eco. And camel only push is just not it, I think, to do damage to your opponent. It's just so underwhelming. You need to add something else in.
Well, maybe some knights and then be sending some knights all over. Like, you keep there, but send a few knights in the 2nd TC, in the 3rd, to distract. Because if you distract, Villese couldn't be able to micro like he's doing right now. Because right now is the spot he won. Like, I'm focusing in one army. His army should be better because he got monk spikes as well. So he's gonna take, well, it's not terrible battle here, but at the end, 22 army for Miguel, 34 population difference is insane. I think what he missed here, Miguel, is raid. A little bit, distract, keep raiding here and there, and he's open because he could raid all over.
Yeah. It's just tough, right? Because you're matching camel v camel. You know you have the faster production speed. It's just... Miguel, I guess, never felt like he had an opportunity to go for that 2nd TC early and felt like he needed to push the Indians. Now he's raiding finally on the right-hand side. Villese, though, will garrison those villagers right away. And like you said before, camels are not the greatest raiding unit. They have mobility, and that's it.
They don't kill villagers. Like, they need too many shots to kill, and it just don't happen. And now that TC is taking the camels as well quite easily. He's converting even the siege wars up because he has the monks. The game is a snowball game already. Population is insane, and this is gonna be the equalizer. It's gonna be 1-1, Dave.
Yeah, Villese can even buy his way up to Imperial if he wants to right now.
Yeah, and it's 32. It's double the farms. Yeah, it's double the farms. I mean, the economy now is great. He can just buy the food, and as you say, he has now the 2nd building already.
Oh, he converted it. Right.
He converted. So it's valid, of course. He converted the siege war sub, so he got the 2nd building. All right. Okay, why not? You didn't build, but you got it, and now he's gonna go forward with Villese. Nice Lambercan, by the way, in front of that wood lane.
The castle from Miguel.
Well, to hold the position, but well.
Yeah, but what position? Like against what? Basically, Villese has enough stone for a castle too, and I think he's going forward for one. He's gonna put it right near that gold. He's gonna go up to Imp. He's gonna trap the castle for Miguel. Actually, Miguel probably resigns as soon as he gets Imp.
Yeah, I believe so, because the score difference is starting to be insane. That castle is just fantastic. The economy for Villese is now great, 20 villages almost more, and he's on the way to Imperial. He's even doing squires to make those pikes be a little bit faster, and well, with that one, well, decisions matters, and the strategy wasn't the right one from Miguel here. In my opinion, at least.
Yep.
Oh, hand card even. He has everything a step. Yeah, look at the economy average for Miguel, Dave. Not even Bozo, not Horse Collar, not with War. Is this Empire Wars? No any upgrade, man. Forgot going to all aggressive. Yeah, it's so behind in the economy.
Is watching Nikov, let's say? Actually, Nikov got most of his upgrades last set. I was impressed.
Nikov, honestly, except that the game that he lost, and because he was super aggressive, I think he did a great performance. But we can talk in between the games about that. He played really well, and if you miss it, guys, you know you can watch it later, obviously, on the VOD or on YouTube, whatever you prefer. And look at the TC now. You know, another TC, 4 tone centers, and Dave. It is game. I mean. Yeah,
what did I say?
150
resign,
population. Yeah,
resign when Villese hits him.
I think so.
Right as horse collar comes in, he's gonna get that first, and then say it's over.
Nope. Yeah. No, we don't want to be anti-hype, but also not fake hype in sense that the population difference is insane, and now he's not attacking anymore. So in 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How you can counter this when he's getting trebuchet there? It's over, and you can see there in the webcams the synchronization actually with the webcams is quite nice. There's definitely all sync, and this is 1-1, and this game has been pure Villese. I mean, you don't make the damage to him, and you're not gonna get him, and Dave.
Well, I mean, we have to remember that Miguel probably felt like he was a very long way behind. Yeah. Because Villese spent most of... We can see the villager count is even when they clicked up at 40, right? Villese had wheelbarrow behind that. But Miguel, from his point of view, Villese spent most of the beginning of that game in his economy. He had to use the market to go up. And I guess the perception for Miguel is that he needs to do damage, otherwise Villese is just going to run away with it and get the win for free. Which is what ended up happening because he went so aggressive.
Yeah, look, it was a lot of resources more, and this will only go even more, you know, because the economy difference, well, it was 10 at the end, only 10 villages, but he was already in Imperial. You know that when you go up to Imperial, you slow down a little bit your production, obviously, but then he was having all the map control, and yeah, game number 3 about to happen, amigos. Okay, there we go, Villese Miguel, and this is game number 3. Sorry for the small waiting, but sometimes issues happen, and there we are, Burgundians and Hans. Dave, another 2 new civilizations.
Yep, and like I said before, I was asked to predict civs that we weren't going to see in KOTD, and I came up with a list of like 4 or 5. That's it. 4 or 5 civs, and that speaks to the balance that we have currently in the game. It's just insane at the moment, and Burgundians is a very dangerous civ here. They have tons of options, right? You can go for the early upgrades, the more boomy approach, and you can always, in your back pocket, have that Flemish Revolution.
If you fail, right?
To you.
Like a Joker there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yep. Well, the map, you can see, guys, how every map generation is different. There's some map generations with ponds, other without, with 2 woodlands, 3 woodlands, 4 woodlands. This one has 4 woodlands, but a little bit farther from the TC. I'm zoom out a little bit so you see exactly everything. I'm checking Dave Villese with Burgundians with gold that I like it. It's close to the woodland. Also a little bit at the back so you can protect a little bit if you wall in circles, but the walls now are more expensive. Berries are also in an okay position for me, and I like Villese map. I don't know what you think, and then you can check also
Miguel's map yet, because I like Villese's map, but I like Miguel's map better, I think.
Yeah, I see now the woodland protecting already that goal. Very easy to wall. A little bit more open in front and on the right side, but it's still really, really wallable map.
Yeah, that's only a couple houses away from half your base being walled, right? And then you just figure out on the other side. As long as you wall in front of those berries, I think is probably the best thing. But of course, he can't make houses. Now that I look at the Civ, Miguel is playing as the Huns.
It's so
he will most likely defend himself with aggression here.
What do you think is going to be the play here? Because we see already right away Miguel with 4 villages on wood. So the scouts opening is not a thing, man.
Are we going to see men-at-arms again from Huns?
Wow. Well, it looks like, or archers directly.
Drush potentially.
Yeah, but what is going to be with Burgundians? Because since you make the double attacks that daily, yeah, it's cheaper, but you are investing resources. You know, you might go for a not super fast time up, but remember one thing: there's only 3 deers or ostrich or zebras, but only pass of 3, no 4 ever. It's also true that the rhinos or elephants is more food, 400, 350, 360 is for, yeah, for the boar. So it's a little bit different. I like that mill. It's protected that village, and now it's gonna lame the elephant. It's very far. Oh,
Yeah, Miguel. I mean, he could go around the right side, right? It's just I think you might even be better just waiting for the villager to come out here and kind of hanging out near that elephant and then laming the villager rather than trying to bring the elephant back. It's so far, Mem. It's just so far. And barracks already from Miguel. So I think it's going to be Drush here.
Well, he's doing, and he's before the mill, so he's doing the militias, a pre-mill rise with the hands. I like it. I like it a lot.
He sat way too far away from the elephant. The villager managed to take it in from Villese. Miguel was kind of a bit nervous about being discovered, and Villese is just walling up, and he's going to go for the slow approach. And I guess the question is, if you're Miguel, like, how do you punish this?
It's difficult.
Is the rush going to be enough? Because you're not going to get into the base in time.
I think then with his base, he's going to try militias rush and maybe fast castle. With hands and then transition cav archers, because with cav archers, with the map that Villese is now walling, he can raid all the wood line, honestly. Cav archers is the way to go here.
Honestly, like I think the way to go against a Burgundians player that's getting eco upgrades early is probably like men-at-arm forward, is it not?
Okay.
What happens if you put a tower on that wood line?
Well, also true. He has only that one. Well, he has another on the left, but exposed still, so he could go aggressive. Let's go to Miguel's point of view. Fog of War still doesn't see completely the map. Need to go around, and now he will see exactly what's going on. He's doing the loom, and he's going up quick. Still quick up. It's like a 22 population up. Very smooth. We'll make a second Lambricam on the left, I believe. Yeah, second Lambricam. And as you say, go aggressive. It's not the first time I see this. 2 militias and a scout. Many players are doing this right now instead of 3.
I think Villese only made 2 militia in the first game too, when he was going for that drush. So I guess they're just making the drush to let the opponent know, like, hey, I'm here. I can be a little bit annoying, but it's not. Its main purpose isn't to do significant damage. It's just to give them time. You can see what Miguel wants. He wants time to get the walls down. Crazy amount of walls coming here.
Wow,
He's
and more
have his
expensive.
base fully walled. Yep, more expensive. 3
More
wood down to
expensive.
2.
Well, it's a lot more expensive. It's like 50% more expensive than before.
Yeah, but if you add up all the walls, so he's got 45 palisade walls, so he's investing 45 more wood.
Yeah.
So it's a house and a few palisades.
Yeah,
extra.
that's
It's
true.
not-
It's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
33%.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I guess it would be 50% more, right?
50% more than before. It was 2, now 3. Well, don't go into maths. I'm bad as well, you know? I'm bad with the maths. Well, men at arms. Villese is going with the men at arms. He's doing bozo. But if Miguel is not walling in time, it's going to be a disaster. And the village don't wall too fast. And there's a lion. There's a lion there. There's a lion. The lion is going to come. He's not going to be able to wall. He's not going to be able to wall. I think it won't. Those men at arms are not Speedy Gonzalez, are not Usain Bolt, but I think they're going to be in time to catch up that villager.
This is terrible if Miguel can't. The lion goes down. The scout is coming
Ooh.
across. This is terrible if Miguel can't get the walls down in time. Maybe wall to the TC instead. Delete all these palisades and wall right to the TC, because now you've invested all of this wood
For nothing.
into getting these walls down, and for nothing. Exactly. Absolutely nothing.
Oh my God, disaster! And there you go, Villese is there, and Villese, with all the economy upgrades, with this damage, this is already an oath for Burgundians. I mean, he can go even more aggressive, but now he's falling behind. Clearly behind, and now how you defend those men at times with the woodline, with all those kills, it's gonna be extremely annoying, and look at the militias from Miguel eating the TC, Dave, eating the town center.
Yeah, not even getting the archer either. The archer just kind of baits them into the TC. They die. Miguel is still worried about these men-at-arms and is forced into an archer range here to defend himself. And this is not the position he wanted to be in. Plus, his opponent, Villese, already has that second wood upgrade. So he's chopping wood at a ferocious rate. His economy is booming here, and Miguel's economy is still struggling with this aggression.
I really think that the woodline is the walls here is being punished in this map and also being more expensive now. He has also 3 villages idle on that lumber camp in the north for quite a while now. He noticed 3 men at arms on the scout. Okay. Oh, I forgot to switch the cameras, guys. I'm sorry, but now the cameras should be correct. My bad. I didn't even check. I was focused completely in the game, but you can see Villese on the left, Miguel on the right. My bad. I will pay attention more. I was focused on these beautiful Canadian boys.
Okay. My beautiful Canadian voice. All right. I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get at this point, man. I'll take anything I can
you don't get many compliments, Dave, so you have to take it, man. Come on.
It's a once in a lifetime experience for me. So well done. And
GG, well played.
Yeah, the men-at-arms are now being pushed back, but they've already done the job. Honestly, the walls were useless. They invested so much, and they didn't help him out. They're going to start helping him out now.
Yeah.
As the men-at-arms are dead, and more archers look to come inside, but Miguel is going to be
but look at the woodline
now.
But exactly, look at the woodline now with the archers. Yeah, but the economy now for Burgundians is just amazing.
Huge.
He has wheelbarrow already. Wheelbarrow already, horse collar, okay, the same. He could make even heavy plow if he wanted, honestly. I mean, it's so cheap.
The question is, like, we know Huns, if they get into Castle Age, they're very deadly, right? They have so many options in Castle Age. Obviously, not having to make houses helps, and if they get that momentum going, they can do some pretty disgusting things to the opponent. But will Villese's economy be enough to withstand that? I guess is the question that I'm asking right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, and that's why he should probably have been more aggressive. I don't like being with the hands and go for so many walls. I think it's much better to go as fast as possible. 2021 population, even scouts is okay because you make one archery range, and with the scouts and few skirmishes, you're fine. If you get the lead. The problem now is that he's getting pushed constantly. So Miguel economy is falling more and more behind. I mean, if he's ahead in village, that doesn't matter. There's a lot of not efficient economy here. You can see the idle economy for Villese 1%, Miguel 4%, and that means a lot of minutes of not efficiency for his economy, Dave.
Mm-hmm. And Villese already also has wheelbarrow, right? So it's like...
It's crazy.
Miguel once again going for the market. That is the 3rd game in a row he's used the market to buy his way up to the Castle Age, presumably anyway. Maybe sell the stone. You know you're behind anyway. Is he going to sell the stone again and buy the food?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but even like that, he's going to be more or less the same time that Burgundians. And then Burgundians can go full skirmishes and cavaliers in Castle Age. Or just skirmishes completely. Well, I don't know.
Miguel's definitely going to need an all-in here. 100% going to need a 1 TC play in Castle Age. And does he... I guess the question is, like, do you go Knights here as the Huns?
Well, the problem here is that now you don't know what Burgundians is going to do. He's, like, so versatile. Like, okay...
He still has the scout, though. Maybe he can find out. Maybe if he goes back, he can see the double range. I hope he does. I hope Miguel is sending that scout back to Villese's base so he gets some information, and then he can pick his next move. He's going to have a few archers, and honestly, if I'm in Miguel's position, I'd love to see him delete a wall and send those around for a potential of a counter raid instead of defending at his base with those. And then maybe go into knights, because you see so many skirmishers from the opponent. You only see 1 spearman.
Because honestly, those archers what are defending actually, and they won't defend. But he's doing another archery range. Okay, that means he's gonna go for what? Well, he got only 1, so it makes sense to have 2, probably. But as you say, you make all those armies and go full knight might work better. But it's stable now for Villese. Villese will have the stable, the scale art and armor, and 1 TC approach from Burgundians. Dave, is scary.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is going to be really tough for Miguel. I'm hoping that he can sneak onto that wood line and pick a few villagers for his sake anyway. Because he's going to be in Castle Age soon. He's going to get the crossbow upgrade, presumably right away. Bodkin, and then if he sits on that wood line and Villese doesn't notice, he can potentially kill 2 or 3 villagers. until he reacts. Now the entire army is coming back from Villese. Look at that blue mob coming back across the field of battle.
Crossbow, Bodkin arrow, and now the archer is in top of that hill. Okay.
And siege workshop for Miguel.
Ooh.
So he's making cav archers and he's gonna go siege. Needs a lot on wood, a lot on gold, and just take it off the farms, I guess.
Yeah, he's going all in. Let's see, all the crobs are there. He need to kill one villager down. No, man, when there's no ballistic, look how difficult it is to kill the units, man.
Yeah.
Even more with wheelbarrow that is faster. It's so complicated. Well, he has the army. Go, Dave.
As soon as he saw those villagers there, I think he should have come from the other angle. Because the odds of hitting from that angle are very difficult with the crossbows. But still, maybe he thought the Vills were going to run around early. Villese going for a second TC now, Mem. And Miguel is on a clock. He's definitely on a timer here. He has to do damage in the next little bit. And he's not going to like these knights on the field at all from Villese. Because that's going to counter the mangonel he just made.
Make a gate there. Why can't leave it open? You don't want to get raided. Let's go with the fog of war. Well, he cannot see what is coming, but he can assume that he's going to come. But still, it was looking that he's doing a lot of pressure, and then the game, at least in numbers, it still looks okay for Miguel. A good mangonel shot here. Be careful with the hands, you know? A good mangonel shot here. Be careful with the hands. You can make 3 TCs, and then he's doing 20 millions of cav archers. The problem is that the knights are there. And that's not what you want. The villains are going away. Oh my goodness. You need to save those units, Dave.
They could be Cavaliers soon, too.
Yeah, man.
They will be Cavaliers soon, too. Which is another issue. That wall gets punched through by Villese on the other side. So now there's going to be skirms on the right side, skirms on the left side. And any of that siege can be sniped by these knights. I think Miguel taps out in 30 seconds here. Put the timer on.
Okay. Let's see the prediction from Dave. But he still have the hill. He's gonna make a mangonel. The problem is the 4 knights. And just imagine if he did a palisade gate here. He got another lumbercamp on the right that he could have put. I don't know why he's in both spots so close. He has another lumbercamp at the back. Oh, the mangonel. Oh, that one. That's a very good one. Okay.
You know that button on the microwave where you like add 30 seconds to it? I think we're gonna start hitting that button with that mangonel shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but
add 10 seconds. Add 10 seconds instead of 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. Dave Stradamus. Well, Villese, after the first loss, being honored to, let's say, call finish. So smooth to game number 2 and game number 3, Dave.
Yeah, I overcooked my meal in the microwave there a little bit. But great performance there from Villese. And we saw the power of the Burgundians, right? And it just seemed like Miguel was a little bit too hesitant, right? He went with the drush. He couldn't get in through the walls fast enough early. Only 2 militia drush. And then he placed walls of his own, but he didn't send enough villagers to complete them, Mem. And even like he saw the scout from blue over on that right-hand side. He had his scout there. And then he sent his scout forward instead of making sure there was no army coming for the left-hand side where he was still open. So indecision, I think, killed Miguel a little bit there. He didn't commit to anything fully.
What you were talking in the first game, that even he wanted, right? Like, not sure what to do, right? Economy, you can see the economy for Villese. 2,000 food, 2,000 resources more, overall. And, well, in social, 10 villages more already. And technology was the same time in Castle. But remember, abusing the market, Dave. And that always paid off in the long run.
Yep. Yeah. And, of course, Villese had the insane eco bonuses starting in the feudal age, right? So
yeah. Okay.
Actually, starting in the dark age this time around, he got double bit axe really early. He had 3 vills on wood when he got that.
Super easy, super fast, and the bozo like right away when the men-at-arms were kicking there, you know. Anyway, guys, game number 4 is gonna start very soon. We are jumping into the game number 4. You see the players here, and we have right now. What we have, Dave? The nerfed
Vikings.
And the bad Vikings, man. Bad Vikings? Really bad Vikings,
Vikings
you think?
against Lithuanians. See, I don't think they got nerfed that hard. I feel like they got nerfed and buffed at the same time, and it just comes out neutral, right? Like they get more HP in Feudal Age, 20% HP now for their infantry in Feudal Age. So it goes up from what, 50 HP to 55, I believe.
54, I think it is, or something
50,
like this.
54,
Yeah,
okay.
55.
And then the Berserkers get quite a big buff for the non-elite unit, and the elite upgrade is cheaper too. And all they lose for that is Thumb Ring. So
Yeah.
I think it's not.
And how you
that
stop
bad for the
now?
Vikings.
Yeah. And it's probably worth it. Like, how you stop now 3, even 4 militias Ras in the start with the more HP, with the economy boost that the Vikings get? We might see a lot of aggression in the early game from the infantry with the Vikings. What do you think?
Well, you can see early aggression from them, or you can just watch them boom up with their wheelbarrow and handcart and feel really bad about yourself because you can't do anything about it, right? Vikings are still a really good civ. I guess it just depends on the map on how you're going to play them. And looking at Miguel's map right here, I'm not sure he could go for like a Drush FC strategy just because there'd be so many walls he needs to make that viable.
Yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated. And now well, Villese map. Look at Villese map now. Goal on a side with a
Pretty
little bit of
good.
a hill. Yeah. Do you like it?
I like it. There, I see the places to wall, and the thing I like the most is that the berries are in the back, right? The berries are in the back, and your opponent is going for a good Drush civ. That's probably always a good thing for you, because the berries are the one area that the Drush really wants to hit, or the men-at-arms, if Vikings go for men-at-arms here.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if he's... Because your predictions are or point today. What's going on, Dave? I thought I was bringing an amateur caster, but it's not true, man. Professional, man. Professional today completely. What is this?
Yep.
This
That's
troller
me,
boy.
dude.
On
If you
point.
want more professional casting, you can find it on twitch.tv/Dave_AOE.
Dave, 30 seconds before you say that, I was putting an overlay of your channel, which I'm not gonna put anymore.
What, my big bald head? It just slowly slides into the frame. Hey, guys.
I'm not gonna put anymore, okay? Anyway, let's focus. You can check the bot. It's super good timing because 30 seconds before I was just putting there, Dave with the KOTD logo, with the Twitch slash and so on. You need to check. Oh my God, troller. Okay, let's see now what Miguel is going to do. For now, he's scared about the potential aggressive Lithuanians approach, because with Lithuanians you can also be super aggressive, like Premil Raz, even trolling, or this opening. I would love to see in the tournament the opening that you put 3 villages of wood right away and make a barrack, and militias. In this map, you could lame a lot with that.
I mean, maybe it's just such a risk, right? Because if you fail and you can't do any damage, you're so far behind it. At least it feels like it. And with the score here, people know when you're doing that strategy. If you go for that strategy, they will know right away because the score is just ridiculously high. There's no way you can replicate that with just scouting alone. So I think that's a really risky strategy. But Villese is going up to Feudal Age. He's got 3 on gold. And Miguel is not on gold yet, Mem. So Miguel is not going for any sort of men-at-arms pressure or anything like that. He's going to be going... Is this like scouts?
I mean, it's Vikings, man. But it's not going to gold. Maybe he's going to try to surprise.
I think he's mind-gaming him.
Honestly,
scouts.
Yeah, and honestly, it can be okay if you are walled your woodline like he is right now and the berries, and you raid your opponent. Vikings economy just amazing. Why not? I have seen this a lot by players like Hera, for example, being with the Vikings opening a scout, even if obviously you switch for archers later. But it can work. Honestly, there's no gold, so it has to be that, or he's gonna go with skirmishers. Come on.
Yeah, and I think the problem for Miguel here is that Villese was back there with his scout, right? So he saw Miguel had nothing on gold. He doesn't see the secondary gold, so maybe there's a world in which Miguel is taking gold from somewhere else, but he definitely knows he's not on that main area and should suspect that it's not going to be men-at-arms here.
He's gonna make this table here, but then I don't understand. Do you got a better men-at-arms now, like 20% more HP? I don't know if Miguel is aware about that. I believe he is. And then you go scouts. It's not like it's terrible, but it's definitely not the best strategy.
Well,
it's tricky, no? I don't know.
He's making a spearman too, and I guess the
Yeah.
HP also applies to the spearman. 54 on that bad boy too.
Look at that. Yeah.
Oh my god. Stay away.
It's pure Ash. Well, let's see. Scout's being behind the scout is on Villese base, but let me check. He can find the other wood line. I think he will.
Yep.
It's really important to find all the resources. Great, he found it. Still repairing the palisade.
Miguel knows
And-
exactly what's up. Look, or Villese knows exactly what's up. He's making spearmen. Like, he knows exactly what Miguel is going into now. I don't even think he scouted the stable. Oh, he saw
He
it going
did.
up. Okay.
He did.
Okay.
He did. Well, that was great for him, obviously. I was about to say or thinking, oh man, he's reading the game so great, but yeah, he did explore that one. Now he has an archery range. He's mining gold. That spear almost taking the scout from Miguel. And Miguel is gonna do now damage with those. The spear from Miguel is gone. Those men at arms and a spear are gonna be there forever, Dave. He's doing an archery range. Expect.
Archery range right there. Repairing the wall now, but Miguel did spot those villagers on the ostrich at the back. So
Yeah, but,
he
the
did notice
scout-
those earlier, I
Okay.
believe, and he should be able to punish Villese for that.
With two scouts.
Two scouts here.
Two villagers, yes.
He'll get
Now
one.
he can.
He'll get one at least, right?
Yeah, and
Surely.
with food. They have 30 foot. No. Go there.
Miguel.
Oh, go there.
Miggy.
Go there. Oh my God, Miguel. He missed it. Oh, he missed it.
no.
He could take 60 food at least, and now, well,
Yeah.
he's going to the woodland that he has 6 villages. He missed that one. Oh, come on. Ay. Well, has to be careful.
And
And,
he's
now
gonna
the
lose
scout.
the scouts now. Oh,
Damn. He missed it. The momentum. He missed the momentum. And at home, it's a disaster because he got the archers. Now he's trying to go with the skirmishers. 27 villages for army. It's looking bad. It's looking bad because Villese is going all in. Now moving those villages. Hopefully he's not going to lose. He deleted a villager. That was a delete villager, man. He deleted a villager because I'm sure that the villages don't die like this, you know? He deleted a villager, man. Oh my goodness. Ay.
yeah. If you might be wondering why would Miguel ever miss those villagers? Well, he was busy dealing with this stuff, and now it's gone from bad to worse, right? He not only lost his aggression, he's losing at his base, and he's forced off that wood line. Still not on gold, man. So even if he wanted to make archers here, he can't at the moment. He's going to be forced into skirmishers, and still not making any more scouts. Even with Wheelbarrow already researched for the Vikings, this feels really,
Yeah.
really bad.
Because his economy is a total mess here. The score is almost the same, but it's completely tricky here. The score doesn't really matter at all. He's coming out with the one scout. He has not a lot of farming. The archers are coming. Why he's not doing a tower? I mean, just a tower stabilized. You need to secure the wood. He has the stone. I mean, I don't know. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Well, the skirmishes are there, but are you gonna kill those men at arms? The skirmishes are doing a good job against the archers, but he's losing a villager. Let's see if he's gonna lose another. The archers are there. Archers with fletching. Now the skirmishes with fletching as well, but this is looking terrible. And Miguel, seems to be almost out of King of the Desert. Dave, he's not going to come back from this.
And you could kind of see the disappointment on his face too.
Yeah.
His facial expression is getting worse throughout this game. He lost a bunch more villagers there. He's now behind by 10 villagers behind. Villese clearing all this stuff up, and there's nothing that Miguel has that can stop these men-at-arms coming into the wood line, except more villagers, and there's more archers from Villese coming across the map. He's keeping up the production. Still only one range with this, by the way, Mem. It's 2 games in a row. He's had amazing pressure with just one archery range.
It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. You can see the decisions how much matter. Because many times we say, no, it's about micro, about dodge the arrows and everything. These games has been just a strategy, pure strategy, Dave. The strategy he picked, the scouts, didn't work. The strategy Villese picked, it was fantastic.
It's always nice to see a player performing so well, but it's always kind of sad to see a player like Miguel, the people's champ, Mem, going out in this way. He's gonna play on though, see what he can do. He knows he does have free wheelbarrow, so it's got a little bit of a eco boost versus what Villese would have, but it's not enough to carry him through this sort of damage.
Anyway, we have to remember that Villese, it's almost always there in all the tournaments, Dave. Like, performing always solid, almost always in the latest stage for a good reason.
Yep.
Yeah, for a long time
Empire
already.
Wars, regular RM, it doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter. He's there all the time. Like, there was a time that Demise was considered, I would say clearly, the #1 Finnish player, but I think that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I think Villese took that title maybe around Hidden Cup or something like that.
Yeah.
Hidden Cup 3, maybe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's kept it.
That's a long time ago already, you know? It's 2 years at least. So, yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Skirmish is now trying to stabilize. I like that, but he's 10 villages behind. He lost 8 villages without aggression. I mean, Vikings' economy is great, yes, but it's not enough to beat this. Well, we'll see. I like how he's now sniped those archers, going with the villages. Well, if you can maybe come back with one civilization, that's the Vikings, because the economy is fantastic. So maybe now it's time to make the market. And honestly, why he's not doing with that gold he has in the bank, Dave, why he's not doing a damn tower to protect that wood line?
I think he wants to sell the stone to get more gold to buy himself up to feudal age. And there's the market right there. He's going to keep trying. There's a bunch of weak villagers on that wood line, especially the guy that's closest to the mill. Yep, he's dead. Okay.
Not anymore.
He's not weak anymore. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Not weak anymore. Okay. Careful with the skirmishes. They got the hill advantage. We are focused completely in this spot because for how many minutes he has been pressured this area, and now Villese click up to Castle Age, man. Sold up, still with 1 archer range. I mean, come on. Like, seriously?
Miguel's keeping the stone.
Yeah, then why he didn't make the tower? Make no sense to me, seriously.
Well, I guess he's still keeping it now, which means that he probably wants extra TCs and thinks his only chance is to boom out of this. He clicks up.
Okay.
I don't know if he expects Villese to be up before him. Here, with all the army Villese's gone into, without wheelbarrow for free. But he is, and we'll see if Miguel ends up calling the GG as soon as Villese gets to Castle H.
Well, I mean, it's the last game if he's calling it. It's true that he keep pressuring, but he has some skirmishes and archers. Maybe he's gonna hold because he's on his own going up to Castle H as well. He's gonna lose another archer. He has to be careful. He got the stable. He should make a scout probably at this point. Like, seriously, you got a stable and you want to put him away. He has more numbers. You got 2 archers at the back. Make one a scout, and then you will put him back. And honestly, the play now, if he explore a little, which is not happening, is for Miguel double barrack. Imagine Pikes now with the HP they have.
Yep.
Yeah, but you need to clean first these units because if not, the barracks are going. I think a tower will solve everything here, Dave.
Look at this counterattack from Miguel. He's like, I need to do damage.
with 2 archers. With
Let's
2
go,
archers. Oh, man.
We can do
oh,
it.
man. GG. GG. Good luck next. Oh, my goodness. GG. Good luck next. Well, Miguel win the first game. And then Villese, not a problem, man. Like, calm and won 3 games. He gave no choice. No chance for Miguel, really. He did
I think
great.
it's kind of expected though. Like coming into the set, I think it would be rare to find someone that would say Miguel would win. Villese and Miguel seem like pretty similar players to me. They both play fairly safe. There's not any huge risks or anything, but Villese has better execution. I think there's definitely a skill gap in between them. And we saw it here today, right? Miguel, he was just kind of caught off guard with a few things. Villese was a bit earlier to some upgrades than him. A little bit hesitancy from Miguel, and you just can't have that when you're facing up against a better player.
Well, that was just simple, amazing. That's going to be well. 3-1. Villese is in the group stage, and Miguel will have to wait for another moment. Can you listen to me, Villese?
Yes. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
I hear you well. Congratulations, Villese. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm feeling fine. Relieved.
Okay. I mean, after losing the first game, how were you feeling? Because you know that this match today was single elimination, win or go home.
Yeah, I didn't feel great in the first game. I think I played very bad, and Miguel is a good opponent, so he can surprise you if you don't play your best. So I was a bit worried there.
Okay. Then the other 3 games after that first loss, you feel so solid, like confident, and basically you put a lot of aggression with one archery range in a couple of games, and with that archery range only, you push complete Miguel and went to Castellage and then came over.
Yeah, especially the last 2 games, they went pretty well. The feudal aggression worked out, and the second one I felt I didn't play great, but I made the better decision in terms of strum, so turned out fine.
Okay, Villese, I like the banner you have behind you. Brings you good memories,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, it brings you good memories. Well, I'm happy for you. Really, congratulations. I wanted to ask you a last question. Anyone that you don't want to face in the future group? Or someone that you want to face because you want to win and I don't know? Any preference?
I would not like to face my teammates from Suomi, but anyone else I'm fine with.
Okay, so you think the Max and Supi are going to advance?
We will see about that. Who knows?
Okay, he doesn't say. Well, Villese, congratulations. Thank you so much for coming and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.